Hey folks, Real Honesty with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland. This is my review of Bye Bye Man. For those who have seen the trailers, it is about an evil that targets you if you say or even think his name. Scandalous. This takes place in Wisconsin, so you know it's cool. It's in the suburbs of Wisconsin, so you really know it's cool. You have a guy in 1969 go on a murderous rampage, killing anybody. Did you say his name? Did you say his name? Who did you tell? Who did you tell? And the problem is the PG-13 rating cuts out a good amount of violence. There's some blood in it. By the way, there are spoilers here, and I will put that in my description in case you guys have watched this far. How would you not know there are spoilers? It's just, there's a little bit of blood in it. It is PG-13. There's not a lot of name actors in it, though, and I will spoil it. They even have a cameo by Faye Dunaway, which apparently she either owed somebody a favor or is of the age where she just doesn't give any fucks anymore and just decides to be in whatever. It does have Carrie-Anne Moss, who was Trinity in the Matrix trilogy. She's there for a little bit, but it's funny how Carrie-Anne Moss barely shows up in the movie until about halfway through, and you're thinking, I guess the budget only allowed for her to be filmed in about, I don't know, 6 scenes or whatever. And same with Faye Dunaway. I mean, whatever. The movie didn't look necessarily cheap. It didn't look horrible. And it's not the worst film I've ever seen. You do have some college students, including one guy who's 31 years old, playing a college student. His name was Douglas Smith. He was fine for the material he was given. None of the actors were particularly horrible, except for, and I may get her name wrong here, but Cressida Bonus. If I get that name wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just going by how I see it. She spoke a little flatly and didn't seem to really garner any sympathy or whatever. The only actress that had my attention on the entire thing was a girl who played Kim. Her name was Jenna Cannell. Pretty damn cute. Really nice. It's always nice to have somebody that, catches your attention. She just was really cute. And the guy who played the Bye Bye Man was Doug Jones, I'm sorry, I take that back, Doug Jones. And he was actually the Pale Man in Pan's Labyrinth, which was a much better movie than this. Realistically, what you're gonna get with it, is it the worst horror movie I've ever seen? No, that's stuff like Nightmare Man or Satan's Little Helper. How dare you movies exist? How dare you exist? And I hope everybody that made those damn movies were never allowed to make anything again without being forced to go back to film school. Bye Bye Man just seems to suffer from obviously needing to be an R rating and being cut down to PG-13. It did have the feeling that it was cut with garden shears and that there were parts edited because it seemed like cut really weird. It was like it was originally shot to be rated R and they cut it down to PG-13. Like there was really no nudity or stuff like that outside of one little brief shot, and you'll know what I mean when you see it. But there wasn't really much to it. It was there. The movie started here and ended here. It's like it didn't go up or down or whatever. It gave the possibility of a sequel. It also had a very made for TV feel to it. Like made maybe for cable, like a Chiller network horror movie. And then they just threw in ones like Carrie-Anne Moss and Faye Dunaway to spice it up a little bit, even though they could have put that on Chiller and it wouldn't have mattered. I'm not going to tell you not to see the movie, but I'm going to say it is as by the numbers as you will get as far as a horror movie. It is not great. It is it's pretty blah, and any of the scares that they attempt are just really not that good. The only one I even liked was the girl who played Kim, Jenna Cannell. Other than that, there was really nothing to it. Honestly, you're better off waiting until Amazon Instant Video or Netflix or whatever. I mean, pay a little fee for it or whatever to rent it. But as far as watching it in theaters, unless you can catch a matinee or a very, early show and catch something where you catch it at a discounted price, do not pay full price for it. It's just not that good. No scares, no real good plot, and any of the attempts to throw monkey wrenches or whatever, there's just nothing to it. I mean, it's like so much of the movie it's like things just happen and then boom, like something happens over here, but there's so much that is explained and then not explained at the same time. And a lot of the movie's budgets seem to go to the special effects, which were pretty shitty. I'm not going to say that the person who did the special effects is not good at their job. It just may have been because of the budget. But the whole movie itself was just honestly shit. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, if you have seen Bye Bye Man, do you agree? Do you disagree? Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you would like. My Twitter link is in the description if you want to discuss this more. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.